Hi, I'm Peter Nash. I've worked in product control and financial control teams in banks all around the world for more than 2 decades. I'm the founder of FinSed, a firm which helps product and financial controllers succeed. FinSed provides both training and consulting services to companies and individuals. I'm also the author of Effective Product Control, which is a comprehensive guide to product control, and it's available through Wiley. I want you to consider this. Over the past few decades, billions of dollars have been lost in rogue trading incidents all around the world. One of the functions that forms a line of defense against rogue trading is product control. But how would you define product control? In my experience, product control is a team that is based within the finance function of banks, hedge funds, corporate treasuries, and more recently, crypto trading firms. Now, product control is typically responsible for the profit and loss and the balance sheet for a trading, lending, or treasury desk. Other functions inside a company rely on the financial data produced by product control to be materially accurate prior to them receiving it. So that means that they've assumed that product control have run a series of checks to make sure that the data is valid and accurate. So the question becomes, how do product control ensure the results are materially accurate? Well, product control run a series of controls and processes to gain a high degree of confidence that the P&L and balance sheet are okay to report. Every day, product control come in and report the P&L to the trading or treasury desk. On a less frequent basis, they may be reporting the amortized cost lending books for that particular business. As part of this process, product control do what we call decomposing the P&L into its underlying components. So that means breaking out the P&L into new and independent trades and looking at that, looking at the P&L from existing positions, which we look at via mark-to-market attribution report. And then we look at the funding fees, or the funding interest and expense. And we look at the interest income and expense, rather. Then we look at fees and charges and any valuation adjustments which are affecting the book. So once you've done all that, which can take some time, depending on how busy the portfolio is, we then need to prepare a P&L commentary. So what that commentary does is it tells a story of how the desk made or lost their money for the day. And we use the P&L decomposition report and the work we've done there, and the attribution report and our understanding of the underlying markets to prepare that commentary. Now, the daily P&L job is not finished there. We also have to compare back our P&L to the trader flash. Now, the trader flash is just a front office estimate where they're using their risk and front office trading systems to estimate what their P&L should be. Where there are material differences, they need to be resolved because the front office do get to sign off on the daily P&L. Now, when it comes to the balance sheet, you can do a high-level substantiation each day, but a more detailed reconciliation is required and usually performed on a monthly basis. So at this time, we want to make sure that our assets, our liabilities, and our equities all exist, they're measured accurately and appropriately, and they're being classified correctly on the balance sheet. So you need to understand a few things in order to do this role correctly. You need to understand the accounting rules. You need to understand the desk's portfolio, and you need to have an independent source to compare the general ledger balances back to. If there are any amounts which are unreconciled, then you need to flag these for further investigation. Now, each month, the valuation control team, which can sit either inside or outside product control, will apply any necessary valuation adjustments or prudential valuation adjustments. So the former valuation adjustments are required when the system's valuations don't agree with the accounting definition of fair value or the exit price. Now, prudential valuation adjustments are required when the accounting definition of fair value doesn't consider additional costs a desk needs to incur in order to exit their positions, like concentrated risk. So this brings me to the last section. What skills are required to work in product control? As you're responsible for reporting the financials, it helps to know accounting standards, either IFRS and or US GAAP. Now, systems will do the work for you, but what happens when systems fail or you have new products that you need to set up the accounting rules for? As you're preparing a profit and loss, you need to understand the market risk the desk is carrying, the financial instrument pricing, and also the underlying financial markets. These skills will take time to develop, so it's important to have a healthy interest in this area. When it comes to systems, Excel, databases, SQL, VBA, Python, all really helpful skills to have. My colleagues who know these skills really well tend to do very well in their jobs because they can retrieve and collate data very, very well. They go a long way. Finally, communication is a really important skill to have in product control. If you don't like liaising with other stakeholders or communicating, then this probably isn't the role for you. You'll need to liaise with not only the trading desk, but also other key stakeholders inside the organization and outside the organization, like auditors and regulators. Being able to tailor your message to each stakeholder is critical, and being able to deal with an angry trader also goes a long way to a successful career. This has been a summary of product control, and I hope you found it helpful. If you'd like to find out more about me, check out my profile on LinkedIn, check out the website finsed.com, or send me an email, peternash@finsed.com.